come along on day 3 of our road trips through southwest North Dakota. Today we will be in both Slope County and Billings County. First, we had to pick up our friend before driving to White Butte to hike to the highest point in North Dakota. The elevation at the top is 3,506 feet, and this hike is about 1.7 miles round trip, taking anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to hike out and back. Soon we made it to the top and had to open up the box to sign our names. We also took in the scenery and made some quick videos before heading back down. I really thought the blue sky looked so cool this morning with all the different kinds of clouds. It was a little windy during the hike, but the views were stunning all around. There are so many different colorful wildflowers to enjoy as well. I would say this is definitely a beginner-friendly hike, which is really neat because this is probably one of the easiest and shortest hikes you'll ever find that goes to the highest point in a state. On our way to the next stop, we picked up another friend and headed to the Burning Coal Vein. The Burning Coal Vein is a campground and also a hiking spot that got its name from the coal that burned underground for at least a century, creating visible smoke, glowing coals, and even flames at the surface. Although it is no longer active, you can still see red, baked rock, and other unique geological formations from the coal vein.
We're hiking on the Mattahay Trail. Lots of hiking today.
On our way to Medora, we drove by numerous pullouts to hop on the Mattahay Trail for a hike, so we decided to do that at Tom's Wash Trailhead. Then we made it to Medora and decided to go eat some lunch at Boots Bar and Grill, which was a nice break off our feet and so delicious. Then we went on a tour of the Chateau de Maurice, which was a 26-room summer home built in 1883 by Marquis de Maurice, who founded the town of Medora and named it after his wife. We started out in the museum and then drove up the hill to the chateau, where we were able to walk through the home and take in all the history. You could walk all around the property, including a short hike down to the stables to see the horses. I love how secluded this house feels, and the beautiful scenery with the buttes in the background. After this tour, we were on to our next activity, which was mini golf at Little Bully Pulpit in Point to Point Park. We had so much fun doing this, and somehow 2 of my friends each hit crazy hole-in-one shots on different holes. This is such a good activity to keep the whole family entertained for a bit, as long as you're not too competitive with it. At this point in the day, it became really warm out, so we decided to get some ice cream afterward at Hatley & Bray Ice Cream, Coffee, and Gift Shop. Then we took a stroll to the Wood Park just to check it out again, since this is where our parents would always take us to play when we were kids and would visit Medora. It really is such an adorable park and looks like it got upgraded with some new stain on the wood and some new signs as well. Across from the park is the Van Hoffman house that Medora's parents built back in the 1880s, so we checked out the history in there for a bit. Then we walked back to the car and checked out the school park on the way and went by the Billings County Museum as well as the courthouse. Our next destination was the Painted Canyon Overlook right off the interstate, where we saw a rattlesnake before deciding to pick up and head to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, where we were going to hike and have a picnic for supper. Our plans quickly changed, though, as a huge storm was rolling in and everyone was telling us to get back to the town. The clouds were coming fast and it was a really pretty sky, but we decided to listen because the winds were picking up and we didn't want to get hailed on either. For the amount of time we were in the park, we were really lucky to spot a group of turkeys, a couple bison, and some wild horses as well. Since our picnic got rained out, we had one in the car instead, crossing our fingers that the musical was still on for the night. The storm went through fast and no hail thankfully, so we headed up to the Medora musical to find out it was still on for the night, just a little postponed to dry off the seats and stage.
Howdy from Medora, Theodore Roosevelt.
We walked around and made a new friend before getting in line to take our seats for the show.
Hi, Tiara.
Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Overall, it was a really fun and entertaining time. We really enjoyed the special act of the night, who did great stunts and was quite the comedian as well.
Everyone stop clapping.
That's all for this one. Catch you on the next trip.